What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We're back with some more Pyro Rumble action, and today we're going to be covering Yamato versus Yamato, the other side of Kaido, in a very powerful looking DEX team. Now, Yamato is such an incredible unit, and I think that if you are running a DEX-based team, you probably want to use this character. And the main reason why I say that is because of the Rumble ability itself, giving your DEX allies level 6 attack and level 5 defense, which is just incredible in and of itself. Lots of offense and very bulky. Typically, if you're looking for adding extra bulk to your team, defense is a better stat to have than just more HP. It just ends up calculating better. And then also for the first 30 seconds of the battle, your quick enemies are inflicted with CT speed down level 3 and level 5 defense down. So as long as you can launch a special in the first 30 seconds, this effect is like kind of nuts. The fact that you just defense down them is just so strong. Then you've got her Rumble special, which does a level 7 attack and level 7 speed increase for your team for 10 seconds, which is not amazing, but it gives herself the buff. And then targets enemies in a large range for 2.55 times damage. And then quick enemies are also inflicted with 2.5 times damage and 70% chance of paralysis for 7 seconds. So this is a very anti-quick focused character, which I like. If you're building a DEX team, you want to be anti-quick, and that's exactly what this character is able to do. Completely evading action bind is a nice trait, but it's not the end-all be-all for this character. So of course, we're running a DEX team, we're using Anniversary Luffy, no doubt, we're using Cat Viper, and we are running Dog Storm on the bench, and we're just using like any random Dog Storm. This is a low-cost Dog Storm that we can put on the crew. You know, it would be nice to have Legend Dog Storm as well, but there's just not enough space. We've got really good Pirate Rumble rare recruits in Moria and Dalton. Unfortunately, I don't have Pirate Rumble rare recruit Pell. Would love to have that unit, definitely would be on my main line for sure. But then on the bench, we've got Doflamingo and Sober Mask, right? And the thing is once something gets knocked out, Luffy will revive one of them, and then when someone gets knocked out again, then Doflamingo takes their place, and he is a heavy hitter towards the end of a game. So pretty straightforward looking team. It should be pretty successful, and without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we can find. And as soon as we started to look for an opponent, we found this one straight away, which is a pretty typical looking Quick team here. I don't think this will have any issues, and I mean, to be honest, Quick is one of the weaker colors in Pirate Rumble right now. They're just not, what's the word? They're not consistent, I suppose, in terms of they're pretty good offensively, I'll admit. They're actually pretty good offensively, but they're not the best defensively. They can definitely take a lot of damage really quickly, and I guess it's mainly due to the fact that, you know, due to a couple things. The fact that a lot of the quick units that you typically come across are going to be driven in Powerhouse, or at least the better ones are going to be driven or Powerhouse focused. So side teams with Wano Law can destroy them, but also DEX teams are built in such a way where they're just so anti-quick that it's not even funny. Like Moria with the incredible defense down that he can apply, Cat Viper, which does damage, and then if you got Dogstorm, he does even more damage, and then of course you got the new Yamato, which can be very anti-quick. You know, it's just a lot of pressure that you can apply to Quick very quickly due to how strong DEX is as a color, and also the fact that they're driven in Powerhouse just gives them inherent flaws, and of course we just win in 35 seconds. It's just as simple as that, you know? So not a very convincing showing, but I mean, that just goes to show how strong DEX is right now of a color. And as soon as we went in again, we found another team, and I'm just going to keep showcasing just how we can get through these teams. If we find another interesting team that we can challenge, I definitely want to try it out for sure. We might also try out a challenge difficulty quest just to see how we go up against, you know, a quick team that is just balls to the wall, leveled up, like increased stats, everything. See how we perform against that. But let's start things off here against this quick team. This looks a little bit more threatening due to Tesoro being able to launch their specials a bit faster. I do see a lot of teams are opting to use Legend King on their squad. I'm not the biggest fan of King. His special can be good for sure, you know, the damage over time, but the damage that he does provide is only single target, so, you know, you gotta take that as you will, and it's not fixed damage either. Unlike Queen, which his counterpart is actually fixed damage, so he does a lot of damage to one target, and the damage over time definitely can be an issue. But only 2 characters got targeted with it, and it's only level 3 damage over time, which definitely can still stack up pretty quickly. Dalton will hit just so hard, like 6k damage on 3 hits is so good. Magellan, is he going to apply that haste? I wonder. Is he going to get it to proc? He did get it to proc, but unfortunately for them, King has already launched their special. Here we go with Yamato. Let's see how much damage she's able to do here. Bing, bop. Oh my god. Okay, just knocking out 3 of them and almost killing even more. Moria getting another knockout, and it's just Tesoro left, and Luffy's going to be able to mollywop that guy into next week. And we pick up another very easy dub. So you absolutely love to see it. You know, quick teams are just not threatening anymore with how powerful Yamato is. Cat Viper and the Pirate Rumble rare recruits, and obviously Luffy for added bulk, and he can still do some pretty good damage himself too. And of course, if all else fails, we have Doflamingo on the bench to sweep. This is actually a bit more of an interesting team. We see Smoothie on their side of the field. Smoothie is definitely a lot better now. Due to the recent upgrades to some of the Pirate Rumble characters, Smoothie with her special is able to special reverse 2 characters instead of 1. But, of course, the issue does arise in the fact that Smoothie has to launch her special in order for that to happen. So we can actually find ourselves in a really good situation where we can just knock her out before she's actually able to do anything. However, Smoothie does have a relatively low CT special, so she probably will end up launching a special, but they have absolutely no defense at all. Where is their bulk, dude? They've got no bulk at all. We're just going to absolutely destroy this guy. Okay, Luffy's launching pretty quickly. We eat that up, absolutely no problems. And they are going to get the Akainu health cut, of course. We don't actually have a lot of HP, as you guys can see. We've only got level 5 HP for our DEX allies, so, you know, that obviously could be a bit of an issue for us in the long run. And we knock out that Smoothie so easily. Luffy picking up a couple KOs as well. They will be launching their Groggies and the Kaido, but again, we're going to eat that pretty comfortably. We have so much bulk, and all these characters essentially have resistance against quick damage. So they just do nothing, and then Yamato just will get the win here for sure, like no doubt. Bing, oh my god, 12k, 11k on a couple of those hits, and even after that special hit, she had a second hit in the back as well. So yeah, that was another huge victory there. Super quick, destroying the quick teams. I really want to go ahead and show off against a challenge difficulty quest. That's what we're probably going to find now. So this is the challenge difficulty where we've got a pretty good looking team. You know, we've got Fujitora, Akainu, Kaido, you know, typical suspects, Smoothie at the back. Let's see how we go up against this. Of course, these are going to have increased statistics. They're probably going to be able to launch a lot more specials against us. And this is probably going to be a better showing to see how it kind of combats a more, I wouldn't say... Oh, I guess it is a more powerful team in the end of the day, but this is not a typical team you would come up against. But let's see how good we can do against it. Obviously, we have, you know, a good matchup against this team, so we should do relatively well. Even if we do lose, it's going to be a close loss, I would think. So let's see what happens here. Anyone's going to be launching their special. Moria is ready to go. Unfortunately, Yamato just a little bit high CT, which does kind of hurt. Akainu health cuts, and then Kaido. Okay, so we're starting off on the back foot for sure, taking a lot of damage early. Luffy being our first character to launch their special, which is not very typical. Here we go with Moria though, so we get the defense. Now, if we can knock out that Fujitora, that definitely lowers their bulk a lot, because Fuji's very bulky. And then here we go with Black Maria, applying lots of buffs and some haste. That doesn't really matter too much, but we have Fujitora and King launching on their side. So we're just getting absolutely battered right now from King. And King actually applied that to all of our characters, the damage over time. So yeah, we're definitely on the back foot right now, but we can hit back with our specials now. So this is where things will come into our way a little bit more. Big damage coming in from Dalton. And here's Yamato being able to do the 2 big hits of damage. Hopefully get a couple knockouts would be nice. No knockouts. They tank the hits very comfortably. Here's Cat Viper though. Okay, there we go. Finally getting some knockouts there. So that's going to knock out those 3 characters. The bench is all in, 8v5. But we do have to charge our specials again. So Smoothie will probably get her special to launch, which is going to special reverse a couple of our units here. Not very ideal, but there's not really much we can do about that. Cracker not launching. Okay, who are they going to haste? Are they going to get the haste to activate? Smoothie did not get hasted, luckily. Okay, King's going to launch his special again. It is going to apply damage over time once again to all of our characters. Here we go with our Moria. Defense down. Unfortunately, kind of whiffed there. It only attacked 1 character. It would be nice to knock out that Fuji here. Oh my god, Luffy going crazy. 3 hits of 10k, fully charging the Dalton. Here's Smoothie, though, probably going to reverse that Dalton back, which is a little unfortunate. Yamato barely holding on. Fujitora probably going to get a knockout or 2 here. Let's see. Okay, still holding on. Cat Viper is ready to go. The damage over time, unfortunately, does knock out the Yamato, but we do have Doflamingo in, so as long as he can launch a special, we're looking good. 7v2, 6v2, Luffy goes down, and Cat Viper getting a 20k hit against those two last remaining characters. And we do get, I mean, I would say, a pretty comfortable win. Like, there wasn't really any point in time there where we were kind of threatened in terms of losing. We had so much firepower still left on the front line. So overall, again, a pretty convincing win against Challenge, and I would go as far as to say that this team just doesn't lose against Quick. I mean, I don't see how it loses, honestly. This is a pretty impressive showing, unless if, like, a Quick team runs really unorthodox units, like, you know, like Final Tap Kid or something like that to apply a bit more pressure to the DEX characters. But if you're just versing Mono Quick, I really don't see how this team loses against it. So my final thoughts is I do think that Yamato is a really great addition to DEX teams. Of course, the debuffs against Quick will only apply for the first 30 seconds. So one other kind of team you could go up with would be a character team that is focused around launching specials as soon as you possibly can. Characters like Super Type Zoro might be really good additions to the DEX team. So Super Type Zoro, you can run Yamato, you could probably still run Doflamingo on the bench, maybe still Luffy for a bit of addition, and then run a lot of those Pirate Rumble rare recruits. That could also be a really good team comp to utilize this Yamato with, because I guess, you know, Yamato is a really great addition to the teams, but the fact that her CT is very high means that in a lot of scenarios you're probably not going to see her special launch that often, but when it does launch, it does do incredible damage against those Quick enemies for sure. But all in all, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.